Do you feel like an imposter?
I don't. I don't think I have. I don't think I attempt to feel like a part of any club or a group or like I don't think I associate my identity in that way to anything. And so I think I just kind of like I am who I am and I go after things that I think I will enjoy. And if the other side is willing to let me in and let me do those things and have access to those opportunities, I'll go ahead and do it. And I just kind of go forward from there. So I haven't thought so much about like imposter assumes a certain group that exists as an entity and then whether or not you feel like a member of it or not. And I don't think I've ended up framing things too much that way. So yeah, and as a result, I don't think I felt like an imposter.
Do you feel like an imposter in any context?
Mostly no. I think I have a fair amount of self-confidence in terms of if I do put in the time and the work to prepare for something, that I can sort of not be an imposter in whatever whatever context I would find myself in over the course of my day-to-day things. I do feel for sure that I can't just call it in. If I were to just start showing up to meetings having not done any preparation and just relying upon being able to wing it, I think I would very quickly feel like I was becoming an imposter. So it's sort of no given that I put in the time to prepare properly.
Do you feel like an imposter in any context?
Oh yeah, big time. And then I think it's because as I said earlier, I'm not competitive against others, but I'm very competitive against myself. How myself is, how I'm perceived by others. And then every time I think about it, I run a lot of the kind of, let's say, counterfactual, let's say, like the reasoning or the simulation of myself at various points in my earlier, let's say, years. And then every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, I'm at every moment I'm like, how lucky I was in making often forced some choice that turned out to be really, really nice now looking back. And then I always do that counterfactual and then say that now had I not been, let's say, push it toward that direction, or had I not been in a situation by random chance, because for instance I was born as a male in a mid-class Korean family with my father being a professor in the university and raised in Seoul and everything, that's a huge amount of kind of, let's say, luck that came with me that I did not choose nor had to fight for, right? And then realizing that in a counterfactual world where I was not in that kind of situation for all possible aspects that I imagine, I feel like I probably wouldn't have made it up to this point, and all the other scenarios that I run kind of, let's say, end up being pretty bad, or suboptimal in many regards, and then that actually makes me feel really insecure and feel like an imposter when I talk to other people who weren't necessarily in a similar kind of situation as I was in, and still they are doing so well, and then almost always better than how I'm doing, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm right there. How did I actually end up here? And then what am I supposed to do? And then that's probably related to, the being insecure about the next 3 or 4 decades. I mean, will this luck that I had in my, I don't know, first 15 to 20 years of my life continue to keep me going for the next, I don't know, 3 decades? I'm not sure, right? Yeah, so I do feel like an imposter quite a lot. And then, it's pretty stable. So nothing dramatic, because I feel like that every moment. So it's not like I feel, oh, suddenly I really feel bad like tonight or today or yesterday, but it's generally so, yes.
Do you feel like an imposter?
No, not really. Yeah, just yeah.
Do you feel like an imposter in any setting, like a professional or non-work related setting?
definitely when I first started, I think probably what ends up happening is less that you feel more secure and more that you are more comfortable with everyone being a little bit insecure or kind of understanding what your lane is in that way. So I think definitely less so than when I began. But as I said earlier, I certainly have that feeling in some areas.
Hmm.
Yeah.